off when I press to start. All right, so hey everybody, it's Hasturilla. It's Hasturilla here again. So what I wanted to get to is this is gonna be a little bit more of a relaxed, kind of a little bit of a slower episode. It's not gonna have less stuff. I'm gonna try to make sure it still has a good amount of stuff, but I'm gonna be like a little more. We're gonna be a little more thorough with what we're doing here. Also, I want to give more time for you guys to be able to really customize the people we're getting. So first of all, what we need to do is sell. So I'm gonna buy all the recruits. Whoop. Me turning in my chair. Sounds all squeaky. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and run over here. You can take, I believe you can sell at any shop. I think some shops give you better prices for different things. I'm not entirely sure if that's station based yet. I can actually test with these two. Excuse me. Excuse me. Got the hiccups all of a sudden. I had it last time too. It was something about where I stream. Okay, so that's 258. Now we want to sell junk because we don't have the metal to really make use. Okay, it seems like it's the same. Okay, at least the junk seems to all be the same. These may be a little different. 25. They're higher. So that's 25. I wonder if they're higher at a pharmacy. Was that pharmacy? No, pharmacy is over here. I wonder if they're higher price or lower price. Nope, same price. At least it seems to be. Now this should be average. Like this should be quality, not average, but this should be the quality of the weapon. So we have or augmentations. So we have quite a few stuff. We have the hacking tool again. We're gonna make sure we don't sell all the ones we need. All right, selling all junk again. I'm getting a weird thing with the game noise. I don't know if you guys are getting it too, where it totally went out. This is really low on me, I guess. When some of my headphones are acting up too, so that's another reason why I want to make sure I don't miss anything where hearing might be important. Probably not that big a deal in this game, but you never know. Such is life, you know. You'll get in started thinking that you not how to worry about sound, and something may come up and you'll need it all the way. So we're gonna go ahead and recruit everyone we can recruit, absolutely everyone, because our goal here is to. I thought we got that one from last time. Can't carry more of the ammo, that's why. We want to just recruit everybody. I need to be careful I don't cause it to glitch in that intermediary time. Now we can change the pictures and stuff like that, so we'll have the ability to customize them however you want, whether you want to keep them the same or whether you want them to be different. We can do whatever we want to do with that. I'll leave them as they are for the moment. I'm going to try to focus on space this episode to give you guys some space, ironically, to be able to have more time to suggest any names or take you want to kind of take a level of ownership by putting a name or a strategy out there for one of these guys, guys and ladies that you may want to kind of be represented in the game as. Let me see. There you go. The good thing is, as far as I know, nobody can die for good. I don't know if like the entire team gets wiped out. I'm pretty sure that there's no real dying for good. At least I've never seen it. So you should be safe. I'm gonna say that, and somehow someone's gonna die. I know it. But we'll wait. We won't upgrade them at all. The space combat's not gonna be relevant to that. Do we get everyone though? We did. Ooh, ears popping inside this thing. Gotta yawn to get that big step. Alright, so let's go ahead and run back over here. back to our spaceship. Now, if we press J, we can see the full crew. Now, our space team is frankly a little bit irrelevant. Okay, by that I mean is I don't need to worry as long as someone is on something, right? We'll be okay. So I guess you might want to keep in mind who might have the different skills on what. I'm probably going to, just in case, take myself off of space piloting. That's my concept of the ship. Just in case, for some reason, right? And we can at least make best use of a full-on crew. Forgot how to totally get rid of them. There should be a way to do it. I forgot how. Oh, here, I think. So let's try. I think we need to leave one, right? So we'll have all of them be on it. We'll try to keep them to where they make sense. Let's have the person with the highest perception be targeting. So who's got, I just realized they're all like level 1, so. Not gonna be easy to tell. Okay, so in this way you could change the picture if you want to do that. Any of these guys already good at... Try to see if any of these people are already good at something. No one's really already good at something long range. So we'll just leave Miles because he has no specialty. So if someone wants to make kind of like a... Oh yeah, I put him on... you put him on targeting. Guess I can't exchange them on the screen. I could just leave it empty, all but one, but I'm not gonna. It's a bad idea. Whew. Something about hiccups and yawning suddenly gets me in this room every time I go in here. The room I do for the streaming. Let's go. Okay, we're gonna. Who would have highest? They probably have high agility. Agility and dexterity is going to be useful for piloting, I think. Weaponry kind of makes sense with them being shotguns. They're kind of like Miles there, of where they could kind of be anything because they have one and everything. So we'll leave it like that for the moment, and we'll do our space mission. And again, the good thing is space skills for the most part will not affect their ground combat abilities. At least at the moment, they do not. So what we want to do I'm thinking what I actually want to do is I want to probably go out and do some space combat. I'm going to not even try to land on a plane. I'm just going to do all space combat. Gonna go ahead and save when you get here. Save. The good thing is also space combat is not as buggy, I'm gonna guess, because I think that there's combat mode that had any of the problems. To be honest, I haven't really ever had the bugs in single player, like just when I wasn't streaming. For some reason it just seems to be when I'm streaming I get unlucky with bugs, but I don't think there's gonna be I've never had a problem with space, so unless it's kind of gonna be exactly like on the ground, but like the sticky key thing of where you want to go was a little bit of a bug on the ground, so it did have one or two things kind of weird with it. All right, let's see here. Now we can go to location from location and see if they give us anything, right? Like by going into the gravity well, whether they give us like an alert or whether just by driving around. Hopefully they haven't changed it to where we don't get them. I'm pretty sure we should still get them this early on. Because I got them like a ton before. There is a setting. I don't know if I edited it at all. No, it's still in the default. The default's often in this case. And the R to fast forward, not for fast forward, but to micro warp in the game's terminology. Let's see if getting close to, I think that's Herzog Mining, right? Or Halamus Ore. See if they have something to say. I don't think they'll have anyone on the ship though. So let's try to see if anyone's on the ship. And if no one's on the ship, we'll probably just leave it be. Or the station, I should say. But yeah, I'll still be looking for the like any suggestions name wise for the recruits, and for at least a little while. Eventually, I forgot to press the dock button.
Docking.
I feel silly. Eventually, I'm gonna have to go into combat, so there is kind of be like a soft cutoff point. But I'll try to postpone that as much as possible to give at least some extra time to anyone who wanted to put forward an idea or not. Otherwise, I'll probably use one of the things of what Andre mentioned about one of the viewers have been with me a long time. Andre mentioned possibly, well, he mentioned that the doctor looked like either Bruce Willis or he thought Dr. Amos either looked like Bruce Willis or a thinner. Well, not thinner, but I'm not sure. I can't quite remember the exact words, but or also like Vin Diesel. But I might even just just for kicks. If there's not any other names, I might just name them some of the names people thought some of the characters look like. Okay. I have a feeling there's not going to be anyone here to recruit. Could be wrong, but you know. I have a feeling I'm not. Especially with all the locked doors I'm running into. Key card, yeah. Unless this has a key card in it, I really doubt it will. If it did, I don't think they'd be having me using it. Blocked. I wonder what I'm blocked by. Kind of snatched up some health packs, so it wasn't a total loss in that regard. Wasn't a total waste of time. So let's go ahead and go to the door, and let's try to get into a space battle. Ooh, let's gather group. Okay, hold on. The first space battle I think might be a little bit of a tricky one because it's been a while since I did the space battles, and it's also been there's also some new mechanics with like being able to board ships, things like that. We'll try to stay a little bit vanilla in regards to what we're going to do to the ships. Until we know we can handle it. And also boarding would mean getting into ground combat, which I can't do quite yet. Oh, I really hope I can still get a mission. The biggest thing I'm worried about is that I won't be able to actually get a mission. Now I could go after just a hostile ship or a neutral ship. I don't really want to just go after a hostile ship or a neutral ship. I think that's just where we came from, yeah. I think that's a... Okay, now this will increase our electronics right here. Is it scavers? If it's yellow, I think it's neutral. I don't think it's hostile. I mean, it is real. Okay, so it might be in range now. Who owns it? The Order. They're wary. We don't want to annoy them. We don't have to because we want to focus on scavers. And I don't know too much about them yet, narratively, so I don't know how important they're going to be later on. Could have just drawn the unlucky straw and end up with no space battles. We'll do some more loops. Let's go ahead and head down. Oh, there's some. Oh, that we could mine some stuff from that one of those plants around nearby, but it's not going to be quite as good to do in this ship, because this ship does not have enough storage, and we don't even have a mining. We don't have any mining equipment either. So it's not really an option. Now we can sell planet data. That's another thing we can do. So if we scan all these planets, we can sell the data at a special place. I'll have to show you when we get there. No service location. Oh, it's scanned though. Okay, that's good. As long as it says scanned, I'm pretty sure we're okay. In terms of whether we. There you go. In terms of whether or not we can sell it. You can get a pretty good amount of money for it too. Also, one neat feature, unlike in some other similar games, there's no fuel cost. So you can kind of fly as much around as you want, and it's not going to punish you for it. At least not yet. Let's try to get all of these no data planets filled out. Okay, scanned. I can't scan them. Just scan the moon if I can. It's kind of funny they didn't take the time to scan the moon. They're so close. So close to the planet too. They didn't even scan that. I can't. Oh, okay, perfect. This is System Control 1. Raiders are harassing ships entering the area. Will war be credited to anyone who eliminates the threat? Yes. We want to fight these raiders. But I need to find where they are. It's going to be like an orange beacon. Ah, there we go. That's exactly what we want. Now, that looks like a bigger ship than I fought when fighting scavengers. But when we get closer, we can kind of see. Now, you're going to see a little shield interface come up. You'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. Number of turrets. Okay, no, it's got about the same amount of turrets as us. We should be okay. It just looks big on the picture. Whoop. Turn off the micro warp. Because we're going to reach maximum weapon range, I think, with one of them, right? No? I think we're actually like about 100 times our greatest length weapon. We'll fast forward a bit. Or not fast forward, micro warp. A tidbit. Oop. Now we want to be careful. We want to have every weapon that we can on standby. When I standby on attack. Now, here's the thing. So you have these different shields, and they come back based off of, you have like a whole power thing of if you're using power by moving, shooting, things like that. There's a balance of your power systems, and you can really end up getting messed up if you don't have it properly distributed. Oop. Okay, I'm starting to get shot. Oh no, I'm shooting them. I don't know if I outrange them or not. I can't really tell. I'm gonna have to keep at least the side with the yellow Because I clicked on it, that means basically you're prioritizing that shield. Really good idea to maintain that as being your primary defensive, we call it, face. And then shift to left and right when you need to, when it's getting too damaged. Also keep an eye out for what the parts of them that are most damaged. So like his rear right over here is the most damaged. So this is going to be fairly easy since he wants to get away from me, it seems. So he's going to keep exposing that rear. Oh, he's coming back over. Now we don't expose our rear. Okay, he actually changed his priority to the rear shield. It's going to be a little wonky. Let's turn. Absorbed a bit of damage on the right, well, on the starboard side of our spaceship. It's been a while since I did port and starboard, so I'm hoping that I'm saying that right. Port and starboard. These port, if I remember correctly, that port wine is red, but then when you do like port arms, when you're like back in RTC and things like that,
enemy shields offline.
You okay, so we got all those shields. You lifted it like toward the left, so it's like the running lights are red, right? But then but it's on the left. I want to say. Hopefully, there's probably a Navy guy out there that knows a whole lot better than I do. But I believe that was right, and then it's green for the other side, for starboard. Because the little thing the little ditty they taught us with it. If I could even, I guess I can't. I don't know if I could even call it a ditty. Is that port wine is red, so the port side, the left side, would have red lights, red running lights. If I'm wrong, feel free to let me know. It's been years since I've actually messed around with that. Okay, did we get everything? Cool. Oh, that vagabond doesn't like us. We'll go take out that vagabond. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. I don't know why he just disappeared. He probably just disappeared behind the space station. Now, raiders are starting to dislike us. Funny enough, by fighting scavengers, we will better our relationship with raiders. So we do have a way out of the ditch, so to speak, when it comes to being able to get raiders back out of it. But I'm not sure for scavengers there's really much to do for them. But yeah, believe it or not, we're actually one of the better fighters in the game early on, because some of the other options early on are mostly the kind of ships that you're fighting, and typically you should win. So a lot of them are merchant ships, which are good if you're trying to be a merchant, not so great if you're trying to destroy spaceships. Let's try to scan every world. It's way less action this time. Approach there. Whoop. Let's go around this way, it seems. Where is it? Oh, back over there. What is that? Kind of really curious. It's like some kind of space buoy. Yeah, it is kind of some kind of space buoy. Probably serves a different function though. I don't see any way. I don't see it having a use where it is. Unless it's delineating some thing I'm not seeing. Ooh, that is a straight dive into there. Oh, because there's an asteroid field. How did I not notice there's an asteroid field on our planet? I wonder if there's somewhere to land in there. Like a space station hidden amongst the asteroids. Something kind of stereotypically sci-fi like that. Oh, okay, we did actually run into a gravity field. Oh, okay, good. We got some more raiders. We'll go after that. Now, we'll see just how much money this can make from some of ship parts. Because, like, they're, like, hands over fist. It's extremely more expensive than your normal weapons. I'm talking by 10 times to 100 times more expensive sometimes. So I think I got some kind of FTL drive for a smaller ship. Or for some kind of ship. And it was like... It was crazy. Like, it was almost like 100,000 or something like that. I could be wrong about it. I may have added a zero, but it was definitely multi-thousands. For sure. And it was a lot of them. I know there's something else for 2,000. So maybe that may have been the 2,000 thing is something else for like really expensive money. I'm not really sure. Yeah, let's get close. Show this Vagabond EX4 who's boss. We want our front shields up. It seems like it's actually not taking from... Oh, armor. Our armor is really low for some reason. We got really kind of beat up. And to get repairs, which is unfortunate. Alright, start targeting. I think that we had the shows charged, but we didn't have it up. So it may just be the first fight we don't get all charged up. I think we're gonna have kind of easy time with this one. I think because from what I'm looking at, it's gonna probably get weakened down on that other side. And you know what? We're gonna switch over to this side. And we're gonna kind of try to cut him off in the front. I mean, he is focusing on that side. Where I'm kind of focusing on the other side now. Alright. Really want to get behind. I mean, it's the weaker shield. Or maybe we should just stay in front. I'm not sure. Oh, actually, somehow got one of the side shields destroyed. We're almost in that same boat, though. Well, I actually didn't put those on that. To be honest, I'm not sure what that does.
Enemy shields offline.
Okay, we got them pretty much where we want them. Which is going to be pretty much destroyed in a moment. I might actually make this a really short stream to give you guys some time. I might make this a really short stream in order to give you guys kind of like a... So this will serve kind of like as a primer on space battle, like the space battles. But then be a little more approachable for people who don't want to watch really long streams. Oh, and weaponry equipped. Awesome. And let's pick that up. Alright, cool. We have another ship there, but we are really low on gear, so we are probably going to want to go ahead and head back to the trade port. We can repair up there. Let's go ahead and press approach. There we go. So I think tomorrow's going to be the cutoff. I think I'm going to have, because tomorrow is, I think, Friday? It's a Friday or Thursday. I think it's a Friday tomorrow. If it's a Friday, then that will be the cutoff. of where I'm going to have it by Friday. The names for what the crew's gonna stay. So feel free to put forward your suggestions. Anywhere you is convenient for you. I'll look around. I'll try to make sure to check it. Ooh, we do not want to get caught in the sun's gravity well. At the same time, I kind of want to show you what if I do, but I don't. But on one hand, I do. I'm moving away. Wish I could save, which I can apparently. I've totally forgot I could totally save it. In anywhere, pretty much anywhere in space if I'm not fighting. Okay, so I'm going to show you about the sun. We're going to learn a little lesson about the sun. Oh, I think I accidentally catapulted myself off. We're going to learn a little lesson about trying to get away from the sun. Okay, so we got real close, right? Gravity well. You notice we're in the gravity well, but we're not moving very fast. Taking thermal damage. You see what I'm saying? And look at how slow we're moving away from that. That's not just normal kind of slow. And we have to turn on the micro warp to kind of get a boost. Yeah, there we go. Which technically I don't think we should be able to do. So just keep in mind, you'll take thermal damage. I think that didn't take enough damage for me to care about reloading. Just keep that in mind. We're gonna try to sell some of the spaceship parts. I'll show you how much it costs, because a lot of them are gonna be ships we're never gonna get or we won't use, unless someone really wants it to go on a minor kind of gameplay, which we could do. But I think that we'll have this just be like that rough primer on space combat, space stuff like that. So hopefully that was kind of like a relaxed kind of guide to it. Ooh, we can get that planet too. We just need to remember there's one of the NPCs. I don't think at this one. I think it was at the Herzog Mining. We can sell the scans to. So just keep that look out for that. Now I don't think it affects you in any negative way. Like, I don't think there's an alternative, so to speak.
Docking.
Of taking advantage of it yourself. I know you can mine, but I don't think that them telling them where it is causes them actually to kind of eat up the resources or not. Or at least I haven't seen it do that. You could do mining drones or mine on your own. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. There's a lot of features. I'd just be happy when they're all kind of cleaned up, polished up real nice, because then they'll be much more awesome. I like the music in the game, though. Getting to have some kind of weird, creepy creaking in the music as well now. I don't know if that was new. All right, we'll go ahead and sell to the ship vendor. Oh no, he won't. Ship parts vendor, just for fun. All right, and show you just how expensive this is. So, a mining drone is almost 100,000 to buy. So, all junk. Now we made 37,000 from just selling the junk. Oh, we got more. I don't think you can buy more. Or it's not considering it junk. Oh, that's not good. It gets sold the hacking tool. I have to buy that back. Oh, I actually bought one of the stingers back. Lost a bit of money there, but I think we're good. I think we still came out on top. So we went from pretty much no money to 38,000, and we just casually destroyed a few ships. That should be easy enough, I think, for most people to do to get money in the game fairly early on. You could try to board it as well. That's definitely a great way as well. I think like you can get absolute tons of money if you turn it in. I haven't messed around with boarding too much, just because of the risk. It's so much easier, I find, to blow it up. But time investment and might end up being worth millions at that point. I don't know. I can't say I messed too much around with the boarding quite yet, but we're not boarding ready quite yet, and we'll probably have boarding in more of a crew combat episode. But yeah, I'll just have this episode I'll just have this be just a little bit short. This one's only about half as long as we normally go, but I don't want to kind of beat around the bush and take up too much of your time. We call it kind of trying not to name the people yet, so I'm gonna cut this one a little short, and then we'll try to, and I want to give you guys one more day to put forward any suggestions, and then we'll come back and we'll try to get right to it. We'll do like even a little thing for them to introduce them if you guys have some good ones. Otherwise, I'll come up with my own goofy things to add and do. All right, thanks for watching. Again, it's a little short today. See you guys tomorrow. It should be normal length tomorrow because they'll have the names. But hold on, actually I can check. Today is. It is a Thursday, so yeah, tomorrow is pretty much the deadline. So we'll have the names tomorrow. So before the stream tomorrow is the deadline for the names. Weapon suggestions, things like that. So if you wanted to be like a sniper, like a name for a sniper, you don't have to use like your own name or anything. You can totally make up your own thing. I'll show you the pictures real quick, so for reference, or if you want to see who's there. So I'm gonna just go through. I'm probably going a little fast. Start back here. Oop, double clicked. There you go. Now we don't want replicating faces, so if two people want the same face, we'll try to do something to sort that out. That's all the male faces, and then the female faces. I think there's actually a little more female faces than male faces. I could be wrong about that. We'll see. Okay, doke. Alright, so that's all the male faces, all the female faces. Again, I'll see you guys next time. And have a good one. Alright, bye.